She's back.
Welcome back.
Look who's back.
Mel
is
just could
back.
not stay away.
I know.
I missed
Yeah.
you guys.
I know. We missed you too. We missed you trying to keep us in line.
Well, you know what? You had guests in here that I thought did a really good job.
Oh,
so
Yeah, there was a little bit of fighting going on back and forth while you were away, Mel. So
it's all right, guys. We're back. We're back.
Oh,
Lobby
it's good to
time
be
with
here.
Mike, Mel, and Bob is officially. The three of us are back together
Yes.
again. So
We are. It's good times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was on vacation. For those of you who texted me concerned I was not feeling well, don't worry. I was just taking some
She
time
had
off.
enough of Mike, is what it was. And it happens. I get it. Like it's the thing.
Needed a break from this guy.
It was called Mike-itis.
yes,
There you go.
And people get it. I like. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
it's the right thing. So I'm glad you got over that. I'm glad that's like recovered. And now, I mean, we get to like hang out all the time.
It's
so,
true.
Because we're
gonna be
like, we're hanging out all the time because we got like lots of things.
we
It's
got.
getting-
In fact, you know
It's
what?
getting real.
Ask us.
Ask us.
Okay.
Mel,
No.
Mel didn't wear the shirt this morning.
Mel
because
doesn't know anything.
This is,
she's
I
just
really
back from
don't.
vacation.
I really don't know anything. And also today is like my first official day back, and I knew I forgot that I was supposed to wear the shirt. But that's
so,
okay.
Like you don't have the answers yet.
But I
because-
don't have the answer. So why don't you guys tell me what's going on?
First off, we got these T-shirts, and we're going to talk about why we have them in just a second. But here's a thought: why don't you send in what you think Mike and I should be wearing for T-shirts? What would be some T-shirt ideas that we could be wearing?
like
during lobby
words
time?
on the T-shirt.
Words on the T-shirts.
like,
Yeah, what would
like
be
clever
little words?
sayings.
What should our T-shirts say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there. I think there's some good creative thinking out there.
I think we get some great shirt.
Yeah. Like I was
slogans.
thinking of,
Slogans.
ask me, and then on the back I put, I don't know. Why you ask me? Actually, I got to tell a funny story. So back when we first got these T-shirts, and we were doing,
Which was last year.
that was
Soul Care.
That was last
Care.
year.
Yeah, Soul Care Week.
And so the people that were volunteering and helping with all the new people coming in and the guests, so we had these T-shirts made so we could be the information people. So I had my T-shirt on, and without thinking, I had to go to Walmart and pick up some supplies. I'm walking around
remember
Walmart,
this.
and strangers are coming up to me and asking me questions. Where do I find this? Where do I find that? What do you suggest is the best product for this? And I'm going, I don't know. Like, why are you asking me? And there I am, blatantly with the T-shirt on. So we will not be wearing these T-shirts.
It's true.
out in
Actually, the
public.
last time I wore it, I went out after, and I had to make sure my jacket was zipped up because
Yeah.
I didn't want the same thing.
Well, because it's like blue, it almost fits in with like the
It
Walmart
does.
blue. So
Absolutely.
there we go.
Yep. So Mike, why do we have to ask?
Yeah, why
shirts
do you
on?
guys have those on
Man,
today?
we've
And
got,
why did Melaine forget?
But I'm just reading some of the comments. Ellie Culligan says, "My should say Ask Bob."
Yeah.
My shirt should say Ask Bob. I
We
think
were
that's a good-
saying that they need to have arrows pointing towards each other and just stand beside each other.
Just ask me. Ask him.
Yeah.
Be back and forth. So, well, we got lots going on. So that's
Don't ask.
That's why we got the Ask Me shirts.
Please tell me, what do we have going on?
So today, following the service,
Is this going to be interrupt, Mike?
we've got
Morning?
yeah.
Okay.
that's- I know it's probably deserved. I do it a bit. So we got drive-through communion
Mike,
happening
tell us
today
about it, would you?
Following the service. So after the service, join in with us 10 to 11. Then come on over to the church. We're going to do drive-through communion. If you came last time for drive-through
man,
communion
so
on Good
good.
Friday, it was great. But our route is a little bit different.
It's a little bit
because
different.
We only
Yeah.
have one entrance into the parking lot because we are full-on crazy construction. Like
There's
it
a
is-
lot of
Things have
construction
changed
going on.
around here a little bit.
Man, it is so good. So lots going on. So we got one entrance, which is the east or the west entrance into our physical parking lot, the new parking lot. And we'll route you around. We're going to go around the church, and we're going to actually go out on the temporary road that's west of the church. But we are so excited to be able to see you and be part of that. So we've got our elders and lifelong elders, their families coming in to do a watch party, giving us a bit of a practice run.
Yeah.
So we're testing our systems.
So we actually have a few people here
Yeah,
live,
they're here right now.
live.
watching us
We've
today.
got
Giveaway.
We got
Giveaway.
The Fabers, we got Beckmans, we got a few of the
good to see
Giusettis,
you
we got-
guys.
yeah,
It's kind of fun.
crazy.
We have a live studio
I know.
audience.
I'm worried they're gonna heckle though. Like I'm
Yeah.
worried they brought tomatoes and stuff. Like they're gonna just toss them on this
The
stage.
good news is they don't have a microphone.
It's probably helpful.
We're safe.
So-
it's John I don't trust.
So we got
He'd be one that would get all out of control.
we got drive-through communion happening today.
So exciting.
John, settle down.
It's gonna
So
be
stop it.
It's gonna be so good. and that's right after the service. And then next week,
Yes.
we are starting
Watch party.
with a watch party
Oh.
here in the building.
Yeah.
Capacity limits, all that kind of stuff. Registration for that will go up
Tomorrow.
Monday afternoon. Yes. So tomorrow afternoon, it'll go up. It'll be live, be all ready to go. You can register for that, register for your spot, and we're working out all those details.
Where do they register?
Well, you go to the website, church website.
Oh.
It'll
We got a
be
church-
there.
We got a church website?
Yeah, church website. And
Oh.
we'll
For
probably-
those of you who don't know, we have a church website.
It'll probably be in all our social places as well, and drawing your attention to it because we can't wait to see people and
Yeah.
be part with that. So
It'll be great.
So those are going to kickstart next week. Registration will kick off Monday. Get your spot and make the place. So
Limited
we're practicing.
spots.
Yeah.
Limited
So we're
spots.
practicing. But in order to be able to do that, we need volunteers.
volunteers.
We need because
People with passion. People who love the Lord with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength. People who love their neighbor as themselves. People who are willing to go to the end of the earth for the service of Jesus Christ Almighty. We're so glad that you're here today with us to volunteer. I'm sorry, Mike, go ahead. Just take
We
it
just
away.
we didn't know if we should just leave you alone for a
know.
minute or
Bob.
We really need your help.
we do. We are in need of volunteers, and you have a frontline meeting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, I was gonna say like Bob's had like 3 espressos this morning. Like it's crazy. He's all jacked up.
It's true.
Do you know why he's
Bob
jacked?
does not
do you know
need
what?
more
Do you know what
coffee.
it is? And this is what it is. Bob's a guy that like is extroverted, right? All people, and so there's people in the building.
No.
Yeah. So there's people in the building, and so Bob's like extra excited today.
Feel the energy.
He gets
Feel
it.
the energy. It's coming from the yes.
So, but we need, in order to welcome people, because we
Yeah.
got lots of new people that have joined in over the last year while we've been online, that we're going to welcome in people from our neighborhood, preparing us as we
Yeah.
get ready to move into our new building, which is coming so soon.
So soon.
But we need to gather people to be part of being together, part of gathering and helping all the process, because there's protocols, there's practices. So we got registrations and check-ins and people greeting, people helping people.
We want to
find
do everything
seats.
in a safe
Yeah.
safe way.
So parking, all that kind of stuff. So if you are interested in any way of being part of the team, to just welcome people, to care for people, love people, just to be that hospitality, I'd love for you to join us Monday, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Drop me an email and we'll get you registered to be part of that, because, yeah, the more people we have, the better off. And we got a bunch that are already interested. A bunch of our frontline team is ready to go. And
that's going to be happening right here at the church.
happening right here at the church, so you get an idea of what the process is. They'll come in and we'll get registered, and we'll come in and sit on these seats and check things out, so you guys have an idea of what's going on. But yeah, volunteers to make this happen. We can't do it without volunteers, and we can't welcome people the way we want to welcome people without volunteers. So all sorts of places, whether it's parking, whether it's greeting, whether it's registration, any of those spots, we'd love for you to be part of the team to help make that happen. So it's going to be good.
It's going to be neat.
And then looking towards the new building, don't we need coffee
why,
volunteers
yeah, we are.
as
we-
well?
I was-
Oh, yes.
so
I was-
exciting.
I know. I got a chance to go in this week because we had to talk about some electrical stuff related to our fresh ground area and all those things. Man, it is so
We are taking
good.
the fresh ground and we are bumping it up
bumping it up.
a couple notches.
A couple? I'd say
Couple.
like a couple thousand. It's
More
going,
than a few.
It's
Yeah.
it's going up. But yeah, so we
Vern and Lillian are going to want to. They are going to be so excited.
It's going to be
gonna
awesome.
It's
so
going to be great.
we are excited for it, and that'll be kind of as we get into the new building, sort of trying to figure out restrictions and what's best, and doing those kind of things. In during our watch parties, we're not going to do fresh ground stuff, but in our next probably as we get into the new building, end of June-ish, first week of July is the target date. So we've got
we have a very specific target date.
Well,
sometime this year.
Well, and that's one of the things that we learn is that we've talked about it lots in the construction phase. Everything is fluid, and concept is different than reality. That's Gladys'
true.
favorite statement right now.
It's true.
Concept and reality are two different things.
Yeah.
So that's like today. So we had a ramp walkway into the place, and but then they built curbs, and so they had to tear out the ramp and redo it and all sorts of stuff. So
And they now have, in the auditorium, in the back corner, they have broke through the wall to
this
tie
auditorium.
in
Yes.
this auditorium to the new building.
yeah.
It's boarded off, but it's there.
I know. You can tell
crazy.
because there's all the dust around the
true.
auditorium from
Oh,
when they
this is so exciting.
tearing things out. It is really cool.
Oh, and speaking of volunteers, I just want to say thank you to a few of the really cool
Oh,
people
yeah.
this weekend. We did the food drive, or we helped with the food drive.
Like
we didn't
yesterday,
organize
right?
it. Yesterday, yep. For the food bank here in St. Albert. And we had a number of our folks covering one of the shifts over at Campbell Park. And I just want to say thank you to them for the work that they did for volunteering and helping out in there. And we've had people building the free little libraries, and we've had our first one's gone up, and it's operating. We've got another one that's going up. And if you'd like to help build some of those little free libraries, we would certainly use your help on that, because that it's just a big statement to the community that, hey, we really do care about what's going on. And yeah.
It's a great way to serve the community. Great way to be
yeah.
involved and invested, and great to be part of the food bank drive. I know they've
Yes.
had
It's exciting, yep.
extra.
Trish organized it and
oh,
pulled her team together and did fantastic.
They've been awesome.
So
Yeah,
good.
I know the food bank has had extra in this season. I've heard
Yeah.
that they've had extra people using the resource.
Yeah.
And which is great. Great that we've got it. Great that we can support it. Great that we can be partnering
Yeah.
with them and encouraging the stuff's going on. So yeah, thanks for Trish and the team that joined to help make that happen.
Yeah, and one of the things that's really neat, and I ran across this. Remember when we had the fence set up where people could go and pray,
Prayer
and then they take a
ribbons.
piece of ribbon and put it on the fence,
Yep.
and we saw all the ribbons flying in the wind, which represented people coming and praying, and that just blessed me so much. And now that they're taking down the fences
Yeah.
because the place is opening up, I just want to encourage you, continue to pray.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
We've been in such, if I can use the term, turmoil or warfare as this building project's been going on. And we've really coveted the prayers of the people in this church, because that has got us through this. And we just need to continue to pray. Pray not only for the seed project, pray for the finances of it, but also pray for all those that will be coming to the church,
yep.
Yep.
coming to Christ in this next few years.
Yeah, well, and I know you're talking to everybody in the community, lots of places, different
Oh,
things. But
it's
just
gonna
the
be exciting.
number of people I've connected with, and they're like, "What is going on? Like, what are you guys doing?" And asking questions. And man, I can't wait for the opportunity to invite them in and
Oh.
let them be
So-
part of what's going on.
And the number of people that have joined us online in this season that have
yeah.
never
Yeah.
stepped foot in our building. I'm so
Yes.
excited to meet you face to face.
And your
hopefully.
first experience, well, you might come for the watch party. So I was going to say your first experience with us could be in the new building, and it
Could
very well could
be.
be.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome, because
That
it
would be
is
awesome.
looking great.
Yeah,
We are excited.
And during the watch parties, we're still going to be doing lobby time. So if you're watching from online and you're from another city, another province, another country, hey, we're still here for you guys.
Yeah, we love
Ask
connecting with
them.
you. We love connecting with you guys on the comments and the feedback.
Yeah.
The ideas. It's so good to be able to share this time with you when we can't gather
Yeah.
physically, which is a challenge. We know not everybody's comfortable in this season to gather in groups and trying to have
Understandable,
wisdom
for
and
sure.
practice. So we want to just continue to make space for those
Yeah.
opportunities to gather together and be with one another, because it's
Yeah.
good times.
And speaking of gathering, I know that we have some C3 opportunities coming
yeah.
up, and I
Our
know
good friend
that
Pam.
our good friend
Good
Pam.
friend Pam.
Yes.
She's making it happen.
And I'm not even sure what is going on with C3s, but I just know that they're happening. So
Yeah, well,
Mike, take
so
it away.
we've been talking about these C3s and different ideas, and we had C3s last year that were happening.
And for those of people that
Oh, yeah.
don't know what C3 stands
What
for,
does that stand
it's
for?
Casual Connecting Community.
I'm glad you remember that. That's
Just
good.
throwing it out
I was
there.
gonna do a test question to be like, so Mel,
And
what's
for
a
10
C3?
points.
I know, what's a C3? Let's see
I
what you can remember.
remembered.
What do you can go back to? So, yeah,
Casual connecting community.
So a chance
Yeah.
to hang out, get together, and do stuff outside, and do some fun things. So like last year, we had groups. We had some of the guys connect, and we went and hit the driving range, hit some balls, just connecting to see each other. We had groups that did
Motorcycle.
kayaking.
We did a motorcycle one.
That's right.
Just happened to be on a day that it rained.
Well, that kind of is the way it works, right? We had a kayak group that went,
Yeah.
and we had a walking group. We got trying to get a group together, do some
Craft
biking stuff.
groups.
See, I talked about joining the kayak group and using my paddleboard, and then Pam kind of intimidated me because she said she's going to take my knee out as I paddleboard, so I fall in the Sturgeon River. And every time I walk my dog down there, I'm just like, I'm not so sure I want to
Just
go
like,
in that
kinda
right now.
Yeah.
I might have to walk a new place because I'm worried about Pam taking me into the river, which is not kind of
Little
her.
hook and like
So-
pull you in.
But my
Walking-
friend Matt and Bernadette, they said they're the ones leading, and they're gonna be my guard ships. They're gonna like, you know what? I don't know if the Sturgeon River is like wide enough right now. It is so low with.
It
like,
is. You know what? I was walking it the other day, and I recognized how low it was. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like we.
It just
Ryan
goes
and-
up and down.
Well, no, Ryan and I were like, there's just not water in there. It's crazy. Ryan and I were out biking the other day, and we were biking along, and there was a kayaker that was high centered on.
Struggling
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Like pushing himself
yeah,
off.
trying to like put the paddle on the. I'm like, oh, that's a tough one because it's not very wide right
Yeah, it's
now.
a little low when you got to get out and walk your canoe.
I mean, last year you could almost kayak from my house, much less like the rest of the river. But anyways,
we definitely haven't had that much rain
I know.
this spring. So
Which
not
isn't-
that
which
I
isn't
want
good.
rain during our drive through communion today, but afterwards it can
yeah.
rain.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
we'd like it to be nice.
Rain is good for
We
the
got
for
a
the
hardy
land.
bunch of like our elders and lifelong elders. They're a hardy bunch. Like they're looking at them. They're a good looking bunch.
Ah, they'll be fine.
It will be all-
Don't let the rain keep you away because you're
No.
going to be in your car.
Yeah.
You're going to be where it's protected.
Yeah, you're going to be in the good spot. We'll
Yep.
be outside, but
Yeah,
you'll be good.
We'll be out
So,
there waiting for you.
ready, prepared, and ready to go, and all those sort of things. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that's good. So a couple
What
of
else?
other things that are going on that we want to draw some attention to, make people aware. So Merge this week. So we had Josh Johnson on with us last week.
He killed
Man,
it.
So
Yeah,
fun.
he did good.
Such
So
a good
fun.
guy. So Merge, they made a big announcement this week talking about next year and plans for Merge junior high and senior high to be two separate groups,
All right.
function in two things. You can find out all the details. Parents, if you missed the email, go back and check for it.
Yep.
If you're curious about it, drop Dan an email, drop Dan a comment, and connect with him. But yeah, find out all the deets for next year. But this week,
They're they're outside.
yeah, they're outside. So beautiful. They're going to be down in Lions Park, 6:30 to 8 o'clock down at Lions
So
Park.
which part of Lions Park? Because I'm finding that's a big park.
Well,
There's a lot of places.
That's it. So we talk about like recording. So we've recorded lots of stuff down and around Lions Park.
Yeah.
But lots of times we're across the way from Lions Park. So the pin gets dropped and say, hey, we're Lions Park. So we're not really in Lions Park. We're kind of across from it. Like Lions Park is kind of the area.
I have walked around that park many times trying to find the person who's supposed to meet me at Lions Park.
So Lions Park is where like the fire pits are and the little
like the picnic
washrooms and the
building thing.
playground
Yeah.
and stuff.
The shelter, yeah.
So that's Lions Park.
okay.
That's where so you can park in the
So
curling.
what's the rest of it called then?
Well, that's like across the river.
So there's Lions Park, and then there's across the river. So
Yeah.
just
There's
Google
Lions Park
across the
Part
river.
2.
I don't know what comes up in Google. I don't know what comes up on the other side. I don't think there's a. I don't. I've only been. You guys have been in St. Albert for longer than me. Like you should know this stuff.
Yeah, we
We
should.
did a test.
Not
we did a
that
test a
much.
couple weeks
Shame
ago.
on us.
We did a test for our staff. We had a staff day, so we did a hoot game. I threw out some like questions about St. Albert.
Yeah, I heard
Zero.
about that. I'm kind of glad I missed that.
Man, can't believe it. Can't believe it.
We're right with that.
Do you know what? Do you know what the kayak group could do if they wanted to? They could kayak the Sturgeon River. Do you know how long the Sturgeon River is?
How far?
250 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Do you like a full-on trip? Like,
Yeah, it'd be.
how long would that take?
Portage.
Well, it depends if you're going upstream or downstream. It would
It'd take a
differ.
long time.
It would take a long time
Yeah, you'd have to pack it. Good thing there's probably not like waterfalls and rapids.
that we know of.
Yeah, so you could do it. I think it'd be
Yeah.
good. Somebody should do that and then tell us about it. You could write a book.
Send photos.
Oh my goodness, where are we going with this?
You write a book. Do you know what it is? Actually, I've been reading a book, and it's been talking about guys that were like settling the West, and just thinking about those experiences when they were trying
Pretty
to
cool.
figure
I love
out
those kind of books.
and get through the woods, and like they got to the spot, and all of a sudden they're like, "Man, I don't know what we're gonna do," and it took them like weeks to portage around this set of waterfalls and rapids.
Portage.
Yeah, portage. Like carry all their stuff.
Look at you.
I know.
Are you
That's
like-
what my book. That's
you
what the
like
book said.
a legit-
I'm learning things.
Legit kayaker. Portager.
I'm not
Portage.
portaging.
Are
I don't do that.
Do you give
If-
portage lessons?
See, I'm a motorboat guy.
Oh.
Like
All right.
I
All right, I have another announcement I have to make.
Okay,
All right,
sorry.
pulling it back here.
Yeah.
All right. We've got a number of people that have signed up to help us with assembling furniture.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
need a few more, so if you'd like to help, if you got some time. And,
Furniture for what,
you
Bob, for those that don't
We are
know?
getting new furniture for the new building.
Offices.
And, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
office furniture, desks, bookshelves,
And Bob, you're coordinating
credenzas,
this.
stuff like that.
If you let me know who's putting Pam's furniture together, I'm
Oh,
gonna
we
buy
have
them a
something special
treat.
going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy them a treat if they're putting Pam's
I
together.
heard Pam was
Okay.
putting your furniture together.
Yeah,
so-
that's why I'm buying
Yeah,
a treat for
okay.
the person putting her stuff together.
Actually,
We're gonna see how
this is
this works.
true. Pam has offered me
What?
regarding your furniture, so you have a chance to bump it up if you want to, Mike.
Ooh.
By the time we're done, I think I'm going to be driving a brand new Camaro.
Camaro.
Yeah,
Wow.
based on furniture
What?
assembly.
Wow, Pam always she's got
She always
they got
likes to-
she got the budget. She's got all this stuff. Like
Yeah,
she
she
just
always
kind of
goes
goes
over the
that
top.
next step. Man, I don't
So
know
if
what,
you'd like to help with that,
Yeah.
just send me a text or an email or
And when
something.
is that
let
kind
me know.
of happening? When is
it's fluid.
It will, yes.
general time frame?
And
June.
My responses have been, I will let you know.
Early June.
Yep.
Early June is
Yep.
the ideal. So tentative, if things kind of go as planned, we'll get keys to the building first weekish, June-ish, sometime in there.
Yeah.
June-ish, it's a thing.
That is a new
It's,
word.
it's kind of the
It's a new
construction
month
term.
to- yeah.
Yeah, it's the construction terms. June-ish.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of the construction guys yesterday as I was here trying to map up stuff for the communion thing, and I was like, "So, like, how long is this part going to take?" And he's like, "Well," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what? Yep, got it. We're good." So,
yeah.
one
we
thing we
got
missed.
it.
So we talked about the merge going down to
Yep.
Lions Park.
Fellowship. Yeah.
Thursday night here at the church. You can find out all the details on their Facebook page, on our website. All the details will
Yep.
be there. But they're in person here at the church, 7 p.m. Thursday night. We want to give them a shout out because they're connecting, meeting together, and hanging out with each other. So
gonna be
good
good.
things. Yep. Merge and fellowship.
There are things happening for sure. And
Yeah.
another thing happening is story time with Bob.
What?
Which has
Wednesdays,
been
every
other
second
Wednesday,
Wednesday,
every
yep.
second. So it's like one is coming out this week,
This
right?
week, there will be one. Yeah. In
Bob,
fact, I'm
What,
going to
can
be
you give us
doing,
a little sneak peek?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing an interview later today with somebody who will be, theirs will be on this Wednesday. So I'm really, really excited about it. It's so cool what God is doing out there in people's lives. And you see people's faith, how do I say, inviting God to do incredible things.
Yep.
And one guy, I used to love what he says. He says his faith grew because he kept putting himself in situations that God had to bail him out by faith. So anyway, we're gonna have some really cool faith stories coming up.
I started to watch
Facebook group.
I started to watch his last one, and then he started talking about like gardening stuff, and I was like,
I'm out.
I'm out. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like gardening is not my thing.
Oh, we all have our special talents, and gardening is definitely
I'm
not.
trying to grow grass right
keeping
now.
things alive.
I'm
of
trying
the
to grow
earth,
grass, and it's just not working.
my gift.
Lawn grass. Mike's talking about lawn grass.
Yeah, my long.
I have a hard time even with like cactuses and succulents. So it's it's
you know,
tough.
it's we gardening. There's people that tell actually, and it's probably like a growth of spiritual discipline stuff, like just to slow down and
Every
grow
spring,
things
every
and-
spring, I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like get good. I'm gonna
Oh.
plant a garden, and then that idea, that excitement lasts about 4 days,
So
and then I'm out.
we
So-
did we moved to BC years ago, and we were living in this place.
Mike, you only got
Lots
2
of
minutes
sun-
to tell
yeah.
the story. You know that.
So my wife, everybody around us grew gardens and like had vegetables and all sorts of stuff. It was amazing. But my wife thought we're gonna make these garden things, and she built these like above ground boxes, and we got right soils and all sorts of nonsense. But then do you know what we realized? We really like going to the lake in the summertime, and there were lots of lakes in our area, and gardens need to be weeded. And so like the end of the summer came, and we had lots of weeds and a little bit of vegetables.
Not too many vegetables.
And then the other thing is animals eat your stuff, and it was just a mess.
it
we
reminds
realized
me
that,
of a Bible story.
yeah, the things we realize the things that we like to do.
I
and
think
more
it is
important.
part of your spiritual formation.
Yeah,
and spiritual
absolutely,
discipline.
absolutely. So before we
Neat.
wrap things up,
Yes.
Yeah.
we're coming to an end. Reminder: following the service today from 11 to 12, we got drive-through communion happening here on site. You'll come into the brand new parking lot on the west entrance. That's
Absolutely.
towards Ray Gibbons, not the temporary road because that's where you're going to exit. But the west entrance, you'll come in. We've got a team there. You'll see them in the vest. They'll be outside. We can't wait to greet you. That's immediately following the service today, 11 to 12. Love to see you for part of that. Then we have watch parties happening next week, kicking off. Registration will be up on the website tomorrow afternoon, and you need to register to come and be part of it because we got to keep capacity and all those types of things. But we can't wait to see you. And if you want to volunteer to help welcome people to be part of our team, offering hospitality, inviting people in. Tomorrow night, drop me an email. We'll get you registered. We'd love to see you as part of that happening here at the church tomorrow night. So
Very
it's going to be
good.
great. Lots of good things going on
There is
as we
lots.
get going. And we're like moving towards a new building, which we can't wait for, and we're
Yes.
so excited for.
Yeah,
But
when you
it is
drive
so
through,
good.
you're going to have, again, a chance to take a peek at the outside.
Yeah.
Outside
Crazy.
only.
Well,
I know.
thanks for
Yeah.
getting me caught up today,
Hey.
guys.
Yeah, thanks for having all.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
Well,
for
it
having
was
all
good
the
to have you
answers.
back again.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah, we're
This is
glad.
okay.
So next week, Mel can wear an Ask Me shirt because
I
she'll
will.
have all the
I
answers.
will. I will
we
remember next
won't.
week.
She'll be all caught up so she can like wear the Ask Me shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, looking forward to seeing some of you today for Drive-Thru Communion. And if we don't see you, hopefully next week for our watch party. Hope you guys have a great week.
Yep. Thanks for joining
Okay.
us. Thanks for being
See
here.
you, everybody.
Yeah, don't forget to
See you in
refresh
a
your
few
screens.
minutes.
Refresh your
Stop by.
screens.
You bet.